on her knees praying. Her husband, Zacharias, tiptoed in the room. I wonder if she's still praying for a son, he thought. After all these years, if only God had given us a son. Now we're just too old to have children, and we have no one to carry on our name after we die. Elizabeth got up from her knees. Are you still praying for a son? Asked Zacharias. No, said Elizabeth. I'm too old to have a son. But I felt very close to God today. I was telling him how much I loved him and wanted to obey him, and just how good he was to us. Well, please pray for me today too, said Zechariah. It's the most important day of my life. I have been chosen to offer incense in the holy place at the temple. To Zechariah, this is a chance of a lifetime. As a member of the tribe of Levi and a priest of the temple of Jerusalem, Zechariah was to offer incense in the holy place. Zechariah entered into the holy place, expecting to offer incense and then go back to the people outside to lead them in prayer. Suddenly, he stopped praying. An angel of God appeared. Zechariah was terrified. Don't be afraid, said the angel. God has heard your prayers, and your wife's prayers too. God is going to give you a son. You are to name him John. He will bring you great joy and gladness. He will be one of the Lord's great prophets, and many people will turn to God because of him. Most importantly, he will prepare the people for the coming of the Messiah. Zechariah couldn't believe what he had just heard. That's impossible, he said. My wife and I are too old to have a child. I am the angel Gabriel. God sent me to bring you good news, the angel said. But you refused to believe it. Because you didn't believe, you won't be able to speak until your son is born. Then, just as suddenly as he appeared, the angel disappeared. Zechariah stayed a long time in the holy place, and the people started to wonder what happened to him. When he finally came out, the people waited for him to speak, but he couldn't say a word. He gestured to the people to let him know that he could talk. But he could hardly wait to tell Elizabeth the good news. So when he was finished, he hurried home. When he arrived home, he wrote on a piece of paper, "We are going to have a son." At first, it must have seemed impossible for Elizabeth to believe all of that. But as the weeks and months went by, Elizabeth could hardly wait for the baby to be born. When the baby was born, it was a boy, just as the angel had said. Friends and relatives were happy for the new baby. They all came to see him and rejoiced with Zechariah and Elizabeth. But Zechariah and Elizabeth were the happiest of all. Zechariah probably shouted for joy when the baby was born because he could speak again, just as the angel had said. You know, God's not bound by our human thoughts and limitations. Zechariah doubted God because to him having a child at his age was an impossibility. Sometimes we too doubt God and make the mistake of trusting our own ways and our own reasons and experience. But with God, nothing is impossible.